So just last week, we sat here and talked about what a loaded weekend the Oklahoma Sooners were set to play host to, where the Sooners were hosting some of college football's top prospects, and fast forward to now, we're sitting here talking about how this past weekend's visits could have gone a long way into helping Oklahoma flip a top 300 prospect in the nation from Georgia, something we've got to dive into today. But before we can, as always, y'all know the drill. I need to hear from you. Hop down to the comments. Give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Do you believe that Tovani Mizell will flip from Georgia to the Oklahoma Sooners? Let me know what you're thinking. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification. I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you enjoyed the content, be sure to like and comment down below. Those interactions seem small, but they truly are massive. And we're on a push to 20,000 subscribers. I'd love to have you a part of this unbelievable community. But having said all that, let's jump right into this. And first and foremost, as always, we have got to answer the question, who is Tovani Mizell? Well, Mizell is one of the most gifted prospects in the class of 2024, coming in as a top 300 player in the nation, regardless of position, specifically coming in at number 224, and a top 20 running back coming in at number 18. The cherry on top is he is a top 10 player in his state, the state of Maryland, coming in at number 8. And specifically, whenever you watch Mizell, there's a few things that are going to stand out to you. First and foremost, he's actually got moves for a power back. And I mean, you're going to turn on the film and see him spinning people, putting people on skates, or just straight up running through people. And that, I think, is what DeMarco Murray loves. We've talked about this on the channel consistently. DeMarco Murray loves stylistic differences in his running backs. That way he's able to maximize what each does well, especially in two running back sets. We talked about this just a few days ago when we broke down the Oklahoma running back room. Some of the stylistic differences between those running backs, and I think it continues to be shown in the recruiting DeMarco Murray is doing. And I think Mizell is a great example of this. Standing 6 foot, 195 pounds per 24/7 Sports, he has all of the ability in the world to be a bruising back, but there are several times where he might get caught in the backfield, and because of his moves, he's able to break free and make something out of nothing. That, I think, is enticing. You love whenever you have these power backs that have enough shiftiness to be able to break themselves free and create where there may not be anything to create out of. That, I thought, was a very compelling factor when I was watching Mizell's film. Another thing I love about Mizell's game is that they were asking him to be active as a receiving threat, and I love this. If you've been around the channel for a while, you're probably sick and tired of hearing me say this, but in the modern era of college football offenses, you have got to have that level of versatility. One thing I talk about consistently, if you're breaking in anything new on offense, whether that's new quarterback, new offensive coordinator, or maybe some new offensive line pieces, great tight end play and great running back play can be that offense's, can be that quarterback's, or can be that offensive coordinator's best friend. And I think when you look at this, having a running back that has the ability to be utilized as a receiving threat is huge. Oklahoma fans just got a glimpse of this with Eric Gray. And even though the numbers for Eric Gray weren't astronomical as a receiving threat, it was his presence that allowed Oklahoma to have some flexibility. Just the threat of Eric Gray getting the ball out the backfield was enough for a defense to have to pull resources over there. I talk about this all the time with Bijan Robinson. Some guys are a threat when they have the ball in their hand, and other guys are a threat when they step on the football field, and the goal is to get guys that are a threat when they step on the football field. The way you do that, have versatility to where you can be utilized in every single facet of the game. That's the versatility that the modern era of college football demands, and especially when we look at Oklahoma, when they run some of those two running back sets, the stylistic difference is present, something we talk about a lot. I love that. So if you're Oklahoma, what a better way to start off your 2024 recruiting class than by getting in a massive flip from none other than the reigning national champions, back-to-back national champions, might I add, the Georgia Bulldogs. Because as I stated in the intro, Mizell was a one-time commit to Georgia and even was a commit to the Georgia Bulldogs when he took the visit to the Oklahoma Sooners this past weekend. However, coming off of the visit, he has since decommitted from Georgia and now his process is wide open. And many in the industry have inserted a crystal ball prediction in favor of the Oklahoma Sooners, including Parker Thune, for OU Insider on 24/7 Sports. And for those of you that follow Oklahoma recruiting, guys like Parker, guys like Brandon, if they put in a crystal ball, Their info is as good as anybody in the industry. And so if they put in a crystal ball, you know there's something there that Oklahoma fans need to be very excited about. And I think if they get this win, what a great way to start your 2024 class. And DeMarco Murray continues to be a solid recruiter, something I talk about all the time. I love that Oklahoma hired him, but I can't wait to hear from all of you. Hop down to the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. That's it. See ya.